Hey everybody, welcome back to Odin Sphere. Oh right, it's this chapter.
Is something wrong?
Well, you know how last episode I was really, super pissed about how I dropped a bunch of recordings?
Yeah.
This one I just wasted an equal amount of time doing one specific fight.
Oh.
Let me reiterate. In this game where I am trying to S-rank everything on the hardest mode where you die in one hit, it took me 3 hours to beat one fight at S-rank!
If I narrow the focus... No!
Let's be honest here, Wang. You brought this on yourself.
I didn't even notice you.
Yeah!
I'm sorry.
I have worked...
This is a hell of your own making.
See, I was fine with it for the most part. This was an unexpected consequence, which I will go into great words later.
But you brought
Great words.
Yes.
Did you mean detail?
That too.
I am overjoyed. Brom is alive.
You can't just say what you feel, that makes me angry.
Skills as a blacksmith and as a dwarf will surely serve you well.
I hear you went to the netherworld. Very impressive.
I feel like...
Wow, that pause.
Yeah, the voice acting is a little goofy in this game, mainly because they're using the same audio files from, like, 2004. But, yeah, I feel like... Even though everybody was, congratulating the queen, somebody should have said, what the hell, to save Braum? Wow, that's really stupid. You have an army, Mercedes!
I can't believe you saved a war criminal.
That's also the point. Also, at this point in the game, we get cooler, which means we can convert all our fire potions into ice potions. Which means all those blazes I have in my back pocket are useful.
Oh wow, that's actually really nice.
Because blaze will become cyclone, but more specifically, a blaze with a habanero becomes a fire spirit, plus a cooler becomes an ice spirit. But enough about that chocolate fondant.
With pleasure.
Wait, fondant? Really?
I don't know how it's pronounced, but oh my god, it looks so good.
No, that's not what...
Petite.
It still looks delicious, I don't care.
No, it's fondant is specifically... You know what, don't worry about it.
It's fine, it's basically a molten brownie that they're serving me and I love that shit.
Yeah, molten brownies are fucking great.
That was like 80% of my EXP bar. Let's have another one.
With pleasure.
I want Mercedes to collapse on the ground in diabetic shock.
Ain't she's a fairy. Fairies don't get diabetes.
Says you.
When's the last time you saw a diabetic fairy?
Will this be all for you?
Look, we just live in a very creatively bankrupt world, okay?
Thank you very much.
I'm surprised you didn't buy more food.
Everything else would have been like drops of water in the bucket at this point. Also, keep in mind, I am in like a hate-fueled rage of recording by this point. So I just said, fuck it. We didn't get any new recipes. I'm just gonna shove 3 molten brownies in my face.
And to be fair, I would do that even if I wasn't angry.
So, I don't know, like, maybe I'm just paranoid, but I feel like every time we go to the Fire Realm, it always feels like a filler arc.
Not yet. If we act too
To be fair, like, a good chunk of her story feels like filler.
Yeah. Like, it's just especially accented, honestly.
Like, it feels weird that her main problem was finished so quickly. Which was the coup.
But there is a problem.
Yeah, they could have done a lot more with that.
While I was away, the forge's flames went
But I
out.
think she suffers from the fact that
The Phozon crystal
since she
fused
was
to create
introduced in
ciphers
several
become
other,
stronger
in like
when
2
they
other
are
stories
fueled.
beforehand, they had to match
In order
pace
to
of
strengthen
her
the
story with
crystals,
everybody
it
else's
will be
story.
necessary to repurify
So the
them.
coup becomes kind
Even
of
if we
resolved
stomped on
super
the
quickly and we
bellows
gotta
until our
do
legs
other
broke.
petty things.
We would still not be
Yeah.
able to do anything.
Like
with
find
the
a
meager
beautiful
flames we
prince
have
and
here.
save him from being a frog.
Then what should we do?
The flames must
And
come
then thirst
from the
for him.
source.
Pretty much.
I speak of the fire that existed before the world's creation. The purest and strongest flames gave birth to the creatures of flame.
And then they had the dark sign and we had to deal with the
flames
hollowed
are-
undead.
Yes.
I mean, how do the Fae
In the
feel
Fire
about
Kingdom.
fairies getting with
I know
humans?
very well
This
what
is
the
important.
Fire Kingdom is. and where the flames are within it.
In terms of this game, I don't know. They really don't, you know, have any precedence in this.
Forgive me.
Because the
It's too dangerous to go
everybody in
by yourself.
Ringford is hyper isolationist. They do not go out beyond their borders, which is why when we went to Titania, it was such a big event. Like, even in other chapters, there's just like, you ever hear the rumor about fairies? I don't think they're real. But yeah, you know how we went to the underworld to hyper kidnap someone from undeath?
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to the realm of fire and gonna commit another robbery against the King of Fire in order to steal the origin of fire.
The first flame.
All of this for petty revenge against Odin.
I can't believe we're going to the kiln of the first flame.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna get invaded so many times along the way, it's gonna be utter bullshit, but whatever.
Look, it'll totally be worth it, alright?
Sorry about all the Dark Souls references, just that, you know, playing this game in the future where it's a thing that exists and all the parallels are there, it just happens.
I can't believe this is the Dark Souls of shmups.
Get the fuck out of here. God damn it.
You brought this one on yourself.
What would a Dark Souls of shmups even be? And don't say this.
I mean, the answer is terrible.
Yeah. Like, I am gonna fucking use this as a fucking milk carton speech here. We've used the term Dark Souls like too fucking much. I've been playing Dead Cells lately, and that game's rad, but the fact that they are hinging...
Dark Souls like combat.
Yeah. We've said it so much it lost all fucking meaning at this point, and I'm sick of it.
I mean, it's part of the word salad that video game descriptions have become.
Yeah. Marketing is garbage, but it's necessary to get the word out so video games can sell. And hey, look, we could actually use all these dudes to make a mandragora salad.
Look at the little fire spirit. Look at him. He's just hanging around.
Yeah, I do like
Wow.
every single one. But I do like these levels when they do them because it makes use of Mercedes' one cool attribute: free movement. Oh, sorry.
I appreciate the chest that just popped out and flew down.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pick that up. It's probably something dumb like a seed or a grape. Fuck grapes.
Don't fuck grapes. That's really weird.
Yeah, unfortunately, and like in terms of actual combat, the Fire Realm is really boring because there's only 3 enemies. You have lizards and their big brother. You have fire spirits, and then you have bombs. That's it.
I mean, once again, part of it could be just running thin on money.
That's the thing. Other chapters have it really good. Like, there's a lot more fun in the other chapters, even despite things like this. It's just weird because this game is like a really weird inverse bell curve. And the tip of the bell is Mercedes. You've never heard of a bell curve?
I know what a bell curve is. I'm just like wondering why you're saying that.
Because in this game, like the game quality kind of, you know, starts off good and then dips a little bit and then, you know, bottoms out at Mercedes' story, then goes right the fuck back up with Oswald and, you know, and Velvet.
So sad I can't see Velvet.
Oh, you'll see it if you'll watch the LP.
Why would I watch your LPs ever?
We say as we're sitting here watching an LP.
Why would I watch anything I'm not in? I'm a narcissist. Actually, no, not really.
Oh yeah, I don't know if we covered it before in this story, but yeah, by Cornelius' story, they start introducing little puzzle elements with the potions, which I kind of appreciate. It's not complicated in the least, but it gives you reason to use the potions you've been accumulating.
Also, man, your bag is getting mighty.
Yes. I wish they introduced them earlier, because I love the horde shit.
Same.
Also, why is there a turnip in a volcano?
Don't worry about it.
It's the weirdest thing because in the original version of Odin Sphere, you could only get mandragores based on their biomes. You could only get turnips at Horn Mountain. You could only get habaneros here. You could only get the poison one. I can never remember the name of it. In the underworld, carrots were everywhere. Onions were roughly everywhere, but rare. in this version of the game, you can get them everywhere, which is oddly good and bad. Because you could get shield potions way earlier, but you can't farm them as reliably. That's just my That's just my spiel on game design again. I like to do that.
I mean, yeah, no, it's the sort of contrast between setting and gameplay.
Yeah. Like it's nothing.
Like what may make sense for the setting may not necessarily be fun.
Yeah.
And you have to kind of strike a even mean between the two. Oh man, praline is delicious.
Yeah. Like I think a couple months ago, I had the luxury of being able to enjoy pralines, and oh my god, I could see why they heal so much HP in this game. They are delicious.
Oh, yeah, no. Praline is so good.
I need to buy some again because I miss that taste. Like, where the fuck would I even get pralines? I don't know where my parents grabbed them from. So yeah, this secret in particular was notorious at the game's release, because for a good 3 months after release, fucking no one knew where that secret was. And we will see that probably halfway through the video. I honestly can't remember. I know I seem very casual about not knowing shit about my videos, but the workload for my LP is basically record a giant glut of footage and then try to schedule stuff with people, and that stuff is like at least a week in between, and you just forget things in the process.
To be fair, I've been pretty bad about the scheduling. I mean, not Shibbo levels of bad, but I've been pretty bad.
I think it's a bit of half and half, because also I had to deal with a bunch of work interviews this week.
Yeah, which I'm so glad you got them.
Yeah, I just hope I get the job.
So do I really do.
And much like Horn Mountain, the Vulcan and Lava Pit also has these encounters where you're just shooting lava spirits. Everybody else, you just kind of guard them. Mercedes, though, you could just shoot them in the face. Just shoot primal elements of nature in the face.
And like you do.
That homing shot is not powerful, but very nice, because it allows you to hit shit on the ground reliably, and that's something Mercedes cannot do, and I just use that a lot more. Especially now in heroic mode, since I tend to play a lot more conservatively.
Oh man, what's the prism?
That's a good question. This skill is interesting. You know how you know how in like chapter 2 we got the slide thing that allows us to shoot shit in the air?
This is a better version.
I would say this is the opposite. I don't know if it's better or not because I haven't used it as much. You basically do a sick front flip while shooting down at the ground.
Oh, neat. So what if you do one into the other?
You would either do a front flip into a forward slide or do a forward slide into a front flip. You don't really, you know, chain them together in any rad capacity.
Well, what I mean is like do one turn, then do it again, like the other one. Gross!
Well, I was gonna, you know, calmly edit that out, but then you had to point it out. But yeah, if you do one into the other in that way, I could see it working. But I don't know. Why do something cool like that when I could just mash X forever and S rank brainlessly?
That is true.
By the way, kids, if you're ever playing LP, get a microphone with a good mute button. As much as I love my my Audio Technica 2100, its mute button sucks and stuff bleeds through that I edit out frequently. By the way, a delightful mid-boss.
I like this. This is adorable, actually.
Oh, I was a mistake. This is Burst Rain. Burst Rain's actually kind of cool because you just shoot a ball and it rains death in an area.
That's actually really good, though.
It's highly situational, though, because the position is fixed. It doesn't home in on someone.
Yeah, but god damn if you didn't melt her.
Did a pretty good job, not gonna lie, especially after I leveled it only once, though I personally cannot make good use of it because I suck at zoning. Like,
no shit.
Like, man, whenever, back in the days of college when I played Capcom versus SNK2 a lot, I was super free to any Sagat or Guile players. Like, goddamn, I cannot handle zoning for the life of me. I'm more of a tempo player. I like to get up in someone's face and just apply so much pressure. Notice how I had a free stun and could aim it properly, and I missed. But yeah.
I'm sorry, just all that fighting game talk made my brain shut down for a second.
Yeah, I used to enjoy fighting games, but then I just kind of fell out of it. Requires too much, you know, requires too much time commitment.
It's not my thing.
But yeah, usually whenever I fight the Phoenix Rider, it's kind of hard because she's a hard fight in terms of melee. When you fight her as Mercedes, she's actually fun. Like, it felt like this character was designed specifically to fight against Mercedes.
Also, she's adorable.
Yeah. I like the story behind her too, because one of the big things in this game is that the Fire Kingdom employs their military is entirely consisted of female soldiers known as Vulcans. However, when a Vulcan is too young to go as a proper soldier, they instead become cavalry.
I can't believe you're fighting a child soldier.
My god, I can't believe the Fire Kingdom is just a PMC. I can't believe King Onyx is fucking Big Boss.
I can't believe he's using war as a business to end war as a business.
No, he's not. Like, let me tell you, you don't see it in Mercedes' story, but King Onyx is the most petty person on the planet. He does everything for the express purpose of trying to get Gwendolyn in bed. He is that kind of king. Like, he is the best antagonist because you love to hate him. He is the worst petty person ever, and he is entirely proud of it. Also, man, Flash Shot is really good when you just get a good stun in, because that thing stuns for a while.
Actually, Flash Shot seems like it would combo really well with the Bullet Rain.
So here's an interesting thing. I ran out of time, and my score has entirely drained. However, I was just in that range of A rank to where if, by using a potion, I got enough points to get an S rank.
You fucking disgust me.
This game is really weird. I like what they did because, you know, anytime you do a spectacle, everybody calls them different things. I call them spectacle fighters.
This is a beat 'em up.
Yeah. Like in
spectacle fighters or character action games, I'm like Bayonetta and Beautiful Joe.
Yeah, in those games, when they're like the only games that grade you, and they grade you by strictly saying, only do combos, never use items, don't use all this cool shit that we designed in the game for no real reason because we're gonna punish you grade-wise for using it. Odin Sphere is the opposite, where they're just like, yo, we made a game where we give you sick equipment and awesome alchemy and cool skills and blocking, and we will give you grade for S ranks if you use all of them.
I mean, yeah, no, it's to keep it manageable.
Like, it's not much of one, like, exclusively using potions won't give you an S rank, but I like the fact that they incentivize you for using their game mechanics. That's always one thing I've had an issue with like, Kamiya and I always forget DMC's developer. Like, what's the point of... Well, I understand the point of making shit like items and such if you're... for players that are not good at the game, but like, it always feels weird that they develop items and stuff, and then when you get to the grade system, they're like, oh, you used an item, or oh, you continued. Punished, B rank.
Or like Shinji Mikame's stuff.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, we are vastly approaching that fight.
Oh boy. Does it have to do with the absolutely horseshit secret?
Yes. But also, it's the SHMUP segment. So...
Oh, hell yeah!
Odin Sphere is not meant to be a SHMUP. You want to know why? Well, let me rephrase that. You should not play this level on heroic mode, because, you know the one rule of SHMUP is that by design you're supposed to have a hitbox that is, you know, not
Small,
the character model? Mercedes is fucking huge and everything about her is the hitbox. I'm on heroic mode where any single stray hit will fucking murderize me dead. By the way, there's the secret.
Look, it's not her mom. It's not her fault that her mom gave her giant hips. All right.
True. But yeah, if you notice, there was one salamander guarding a secret in that shmup. No one ever noticed that. That's the secret.
Oh, that is gross.
Now here's the thing. This is a shmup. It's entirely memorization. You can feasibly S-rank this if you commit time to practicing this level specifically, knowing all the patterns, and just, you know, doing it with good grace. I ain't got time for that shit. So you know what I do? I brute force the ever goddamn living fuck out of this to the point where, you know how I have 6 shield potions? I can
burn through half of them.
All of them.
Oh Jesus!
And all of my healing potions and all of my food. And I still die to the point where you can keep redoing this fight and gain infinite Phozon. So I failed so much, I got 3 levels out of my weapon and maxed it.
That's really sad, actually.
Yeah. So, let's do this the Highwang way.
Blatantly cheating.
Yeah. Look at how fast our HP is melting.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just kind of, cause you're way over leveled.
Well, my basic shot is skill-wise. It's
That's what I mean.
But yeah, there's a couple interesting things about this. A, in this mode you don't mash square. You can hold it and fire way faster than you can mash. B, you have full movement and you're always going to be facing right because it's a shmup. That's how this shit works. And C, it's very much a shmup. You're going to be doing it. If you're any good at a shmup, this area should be no problem. But also, if you're on heroic mode, get the animosity ring that allows you to get HP on kills, because you can farm the hell out of the fire spirits that infinitely spawn here. But yeah, this fight is also tough because the Vulcan soldier here is really good at just darting in from any side of the screen in the blink of a goddamn eye and owning your face just like that.
Yeah, no, that's pretty good.
That's why I feel like heroic mode is a poorly designed mode in general for Leaf Drasier. Because they do a lot, like, the main game is really good. Like, when I first played this, I thought this shit was fucking rad and I had fun. Going on heroic mode where one single stray hit from anything where this area is filled with, like, stray shots, kamikaze attacks, and this chick that will just headbutt you dead. This fight sucks on heroic mode.
I mean, part of the other problem too is that the fire sprites blend in with the background.
Yeah, that too. Also,
which is really bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's terrible in a shmup.
So yeah, that was one of 2 shmup levels in this whole 60-hour game. I feel like they should have done that at least 1 or 2 more times. Like, as I mentioned in Underworld and Nilfea, the Boogeyman would have been a really good shmup level. He fits the design to a T. I don't know why he's not.
Because they didn't think to?
Probably. But yeah, because of that and my sheer stubbornness, I don't have any more shield potions.
No, you can just make more.
Yeah. It's just, I feel like I could have, you know, just held back and just brute forced it through, but I was just like, nah, I'll beat it this time for like 30 fucking retries. By the way, we just now learned how to make overload. Oops. Oh no, it's almost like I've played this game 150 hours before and know everything. Oops.
You have a problem, Wang.
Look, I really like this game, and the 150 hours in an RPG is not a problem. Let me tell you about my 600 hours in Dungeons of Dreadmore.
And yeah, no, I can't top that, but I've put 500 hours into Oblivion.
How? I don't understand how you could get 500 hours in an Elder Scrolls game.
Playing it multiple times.
Oh. I mean, I guess, yeah, enjoying other builds. But even then,
to be fair, I put like 200 in Skyrim, and I don't even like Skyrim that much.
I got like 40 hours in Skyrim. I didn't even beat the game or do like a single main quest. I just did every side thing and then got bored. I'm the worst video game player.
Not really. I mean, as long as you have fun. Like, what matters is you get your money's worth.
Yeah. Though I wouldn't say I had fun with Skyrim, honestly.
Yeah.
Wow, my round shot's only level 2 and I've been getting that much mileage out of it. Let's boost it even further.
Let's crank that shit up.
I have hundreds of phozons that I got from headbutting the same shmup fight forever.
Power supply seems like it's pretty nice.
It's really good on Mercedes since it basically gets rid of the need to reload on her. It's not a substantial amount, but you can shoot a lot longer before reloading now. Granted, that is if every shot kills.
Can't believe you didn't eat.
I don't think I've gotten any new recipes here.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, kinda.
But what if you just want to shovel food in your stupid fucking face?
Look, you don't maintain this figure by shoving 3 molten brownies in your face.
Actually, you do, apparently.
Yeah, that's kind of why I was just kind of chuckling as I said that.
Like, this girl eats nothing but sweets, and yet here we are.
Look, she's going through stressful times. She just lost a family member.
Stress would make her put on weight.
Yeah, true.